All right, today we're talking about hatchets versus axes. Which one is better suited for you? We're gonna dive in talking about the pros and cons of each one, and we're also gonna talk about which one might suit you and your needs. Because if you like these videos, please stay tuned, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive into comparing these two. So the first thing that comes to mind when I'm trying to decide whether I'm gonna take out my hatchet or my axe, and this isn't a large axe, this is like a medium-sized axe, is gonna be, what am I actually gonna be using it for? Am I gonna be chopping, logs that are 8 inches around? Or is it gonna be bigger? Or is it just gonna be splitting campfire wood? All of those are gonna be determining factors in which one of these I would actually take out with me. It could be the case of, I just want this to be in my bug out bag, stay in my bug out bag. I can throw it in the back of my truck and it's ready when I need it. It's not gonna be able to handle like super big logs or anything like that, but it's gonna be an extra tool I have in my bag that's gonna get some stuff done. Same thing with this. I could throw this in my truck, have it ready when the time comes. Maybe I need to clear some logs out of the road. Maybe it's wintertime, logs have fell across the road. I can clear them out with this. It's gonna take some time and hopefully you are in pretty good shape, but you can get it done with one of these. Another thing would be, how long are you actually gonna be out there chopping? How much energy are you willing to expel at whatever task you're trying to do? If I'm going out just on a really quick day trip and I'm not trying to, carry a lot of weight, I'm gonna pack this in and it doesn't weigh much. I can just throw this in my pack and not have to worry about it. If I ever need it, it's gonna be there. Like this one, yeah, it's not too heavy, but look at the handle. It's gonna stick out of the pack a little bit and it might be a little cumbersome. I could be hitting this on branches and things as I'm hiking, and it's not gonna be as suited for a quick day trip as the hatchet would. If I'm gonna be going on a 3-day trip or longer, I might wanna bring the axe. That way I can do some heavier duty tasks, maybe build a nicer shelter, and it's gonna excel at those tasks a lot better. And I would be willing to put up with the extra weight and the length of this handle to pack that in to make my life a lot easier when it comes time to setting up camp. So those are some considerations you wanna take in mind when you're looking at axes or hatchets and which one you should take out on your trip. Another thing that you might want to consider is, are you going to be carrying it on your belt? You can carry this on your belt pretty easy and it's not going to take up a lot of space on your hip. Well, this one would be a little bit too long, and this is a medium-sized handle, and I'm not the tallest, I'm like 5'10", but this right here could be a little cumbersome. I don't know if you can see the full leg, but that's going to dangle down a little bit too far if I'm looking to carry this on my belt. So quick day trip, longer stay, those are going to be your determining factors. Another thing you're going to look at, and we're going to do some testing on this, is how long it takes to process some wood with each one of these. And that means, chopping through stuff. How long does it take with a hatchet versus this? How much energy does it take to do it with this versus this for the same piece of material? Which one splits wood better? If you're looking to make kindling and stuff, which one does that better? So those are just some quick considerations. If you're looking to purchase a hatchet or an axe, if you don't have one already, maybe you're just considering on which one you should take on your day trip or week-long trip. There's a bunch of different options, and these are just my opinions, guys. These aren't like set in stone, like this is the rule right here for going out with your axe or hatchet. That's not the case. These are some just quick tips and tricks that I've learned over the years that's helped me out determine which one I would take out in the field. It's super cold this morning. Let's try to find some wood that we can chop on a little bit. Carry this tripod through. All right, I found us some wood here. We're gonna go ahead and, let's remove the bark first. All right, we're gonna make a chop right here with the axe, and then we're gonna make a chop here with the hatchet and see how long it takes for each one, because I guarantee you there's gonna be a difference. Actually, let's do the hatchet up here since it's already in this hand. Really hard wood. I think it's frozen pretty good too. We're getting there. We're almost halfway through it. See if we can get a different angle here. All right, that was it. The X7 hatchet, I know different hatchet designs and stuff could enhance the cutting capabilities and stuff. This is almost the same size as the length of this head. So it done pretty good on chopping that, but it was quite a bit of work, guys, I'll tell you. It takes a lot of energy to do this, and especially on a cold day. I felt like this thing was slipping out of my hands and stuff, and my hands are completely froze right now. But we got through it. Let's switch over to the axe and see how much better that compares to it. Well, maybe that wasn't fair. We ended up getting halfway through it, maybe a little bit more than half. And then just the sheer force broke that thing off. But maybe it wasn't a completely fair test, but I will say the power that you can get from swinging this heavier, longer axe, I mean, you could tell just the force right there broke it off. So a lot faster. Even before it broke off, that thing was making quick work of it. I mean, that's just the difference in an axe versus a hatchet. And this isn't even a full-size axe. So imagine if you had a full-size axe, what this thing would actually be doing. That's the difference in chopping. Let's see if we can split some wood with this and what the differences are there. I'm gonna go ahead and try to chop off a little section of it. All right. So we're getting it shaved down a little bit. Okay, it's pretty flat there. All right, it's gonna give us a stable place to go ahead and try to split some of this wood. If we can go ahead and split it with the big axe. No problem there. All right, so big axe makes quick work of it. I mean, if you're looking to do any type of little splitting around a campfire or something like that, this medium-sized axe is really gonna help you out do that. But we're gonna compare this to the hatchet and see how that does. This time we have our hatchet. This is the Schrade Skax 2. So about a 14-inch hatchet here, 3.5-inch cutting surface. All right, I've done pretty good. So I'd say overall, splitting wood beside a campfire, I'd probably have to give it to the hatchet. And it's portable, it's packable. You don't really need a lot of force to split small stuff you'd probably be taking camping with you. So I'd probably go with the hatchet. I mean, if you're gonna be splitting bigger cuts of wood and stuff, then probably go with the bigger axe. But you know, that's gonna be based on what you're gonna be using for firewood. All right, so another test I wanted to do is if you're gonna use this to make feather sticks, can this bigger axe do it? You know, maybe your main blade got compromised and you need to use this secondary blade, and that might be your axe. I will say it's kind of hard to control it since the handle's so long. But in a survival setting, you could definitely make this work. But I will say holding up this handle is making it quite difficult, but it will make a feather stick. Here, we'll clean that off and let's try it with the hatchet. So let's try it with the Skax first. It's got this big Scandi style grind on it. Find somewhere else. Not doing too good there. I'll say it's kind of hard to control it with this Scandi grind. So I don't know about that Skax. Let's try the Fiskars. Yeah, this one's biting in more. Look at that. All right, honestly, I'm having trouble doing it with this one. I think it's because how thick the blade comes down, and it's more like a wedge on both of the hatchets. Whereas the axe is flatter, more like a knife blade. So it definitely made feather sticks a lot better. So even with the longer handle, this thing, the blade profile, lend itself more to being able to make feather sticks. So I'm gonna have to give that one to the big axe. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you liked the testing and got a little bit more of an understanding, if you didn't before, of which one you would take out in those different scenarios. Thanks for watching.